My name is Ryden. I'm 52 years old. I raised my daughter Zephra alone after my wife passed when she was just 7. 20 years. 2 decades of birthdays, school plays, college applications, heartbreaks. I was her everything. Dad, mom, best friend. We had Sunday pancakes every week. Even when she went to college, she'd call me every night. Dad, guess what happened today? Her voice always felt like home. I worked double shifts at the factory to pay her tuition. Never complained, watched her graduate with honors, helped her land her first job in marketing. She met this guy, Marcus. Seemed decent at first. Corporate job, nice car. But something about his smile felt rehearsed, like he practiced it in the mirror. Zephra loved him, though, said he made her feel seen. I smiled, supported her. What else could I do? They got engaged last year. I offered to help with the wedding. She said Marcus wanted to handle it. Fine. Then they bought a house together, a beautiful 2-story in the suburbs. Zephyr sent me photos, hardwood floors, big backyard. Dad, we're having a housewarming party next month. She sounded so excited. My chest swelled with pride, my little girl, all grown up. But then small things started to change. The invitation came by text, not a call, a group text. I was listed with 30 other people. Join us Saturday, 6 p.m. No personal message, no, Dad, I need you there. Just a digital afterthought. I tried calling her. Voicemail, texted back, no response for 2 days, then, sorry, Dad, super busy with work. Saturday arrived. I bought an expensive coffee maker for their gift. Drove 40 minutes to their new neighborhood. Nice houses, trimmed lawns. I parked on the street, walked up their driveway. Music thumping inside, laughter. Through the window I saw Zephra. Beautiful dress, hair done up. She was laughing with Marcus's parents. They were cutting a cake together. Like a second wedding, I knocked. Some guy I didn't know opened the door. Hey man, come in. The house was packed, probably 50 people. I stepped inside, looked for Zephra, found her in the kitchen. Sweetheart, I called out. She turned. Her smile dropped for a half second, then forced brightness. Oh, Dad, you made it! She hugged me, quick, stiff, like hugging a coworker. The place looks amazing, I said. She nodded. Thanks. Marcus's parents helped us decorate. Her eyes darted past me. I should go greet everyone. Food's in the dining room. And she was gone. I stood there holding my gift. A young woman I didn't know took it. I'll put this with the others. I stayed for 2 hours. Zephra spoke to me once, maybe 3 minutes, introduced me to no one. I watched Marcus's father give a toast. To my son and his beautiful wife-to-be, welcome to the family. Everyone cheered. I stood in the corner, invisible. My daughter laughed at his jokes, hugged his mother, took selfies with Marcus's siblings. I left without saying goodbye, nobody noticed. The next week, silence. I called her Tuesday, voicemail, Thursday, voicemail. I texted, Sweetheart, is everything okay? 3 hours later. Yeah, Dad, just swamped. Talk soon. But we didn't. I thought about that party every night. How she looked through me. How Marcus's family surrounded her like I didn't exist. How 20 years of pancakes meant nothing in that moment. My buddy Tom from work noticed. You look rough, Rye. I told him everything. He shook his head. Marcus probably got in her head. Guys like that, they isolate. I didn't want to believe it, but the signs were there. She stopped calling, stopped visiting. Our Sunday tradition died without a funeral. 2 weeks passed. I tried once more. Zephra, I miss you. Can we talk? Read receipt. No response. That night, I stared at old photos. Her first bike, prom dress, college graduation. My arms around her, her smile real. When did I become a stranger to my own daughter? But they made one mistake. They thought I was broken. I wasn't broken. I was angry. But anger without strategy is just noise. So I waited. I watched. I knew something would happen. It always does when people get comfortable in their cruelty. 3 days later, my phone rang. Unknown number. I almost didn't answer. Hello? Heavy breathing, then Zephra's voice, shaking. Dad? My heart stopped. What's wrong? She was crying. It's Marcus. We got in a huge fight. He left. Dad, I don't know what to do. I wanted to drive over immediately. Every instinct screamed to protect her, but I stopped. What happened? She sniffled. He's been lying about money, about his job. We're 3 months behind on the mortgage. He used our savings to pay off his gambling debts. I just found out. My jaw clenched. I'm sorry that happened, sweetheart. Silence. She was waiting for me to offer help. I knew that pause. Can you come over? I need you. 20 years, 2 decades of being needed. And now, when her shiny new life crumbled, she remembered I existed. I'm actually busy this week, I said, my voice calm, cold. But I hope you figure it out. Dad? Her voice cracked. Please, I know I messed up, but I need help. I closed my eyes. Zephra, I spent 20 years being there every single time, and you couldn't even talk to me for 5 minutes at your party. Silence. I'm sorry. She was sobbing now. I know I was wrong. Marcus said you were too overbearing, that I needed space. You thought his parents were better, I said. Where are they now? More silence. I called them. They said it's between me and Marcus, that they can't get involved. I almost laughed. Isn't that interesting? She was breaking down. Dad, please. I'm going to lose the house. I can't afford the payments alone. I don't know what to do. Call Marcus's father, I said. Maybe he can give another toast. I hung up. My hands shook. Not from anger, from power. For the first time in months, I controlled the moment. She called back. I declined. She texted, Dad, please, I'm begging you. I turned off my phone, went to bed. Slept better than I had in weeks, but I wasn't done yet. The next morning, I drove to her house. Not to help, to watch. I parked down the street. Saw her through the window. She looked destroyed. Hair messy, face swollen from crying. Marcus's car wasn't there. Good. I waited. Around noon, a man in a suit knocked on her door. Lawyer, probably. Or bank representative, she answered. They talked. She started crying again. He handed her papers. Left. I knew what those papers were. Foreclosure warning. I'd gotten one myself years ago when her mother died and medical bills buried me. I worked 3 jobs to keep our small apartment. Zephra never knew. She was just a kid. I protected her from that darkness. Now she was learning what real struggle feels like. 2 days later, she posted on social media. Going through a tough time. Learning who my real friends are. Comments flooded in. Stay strong. You deserve better. Sending love. I noticed Marcus's parents didn't comment. Neither did his siblings. The same people who acted like family at that party. I screenshotted it. Petty? Maybe. Satisfying? Absolutely. A week passed. She called from her office. Dad, I got a loan offer, but the interest rate is insane. 23%. I need a cosigner, just for the first year, please. I let her finish. Have you talked to Marcus? She hesitated. He disappeared. Changed his number. His parents won't tell me where he is. Sounds like you married a winner, I said. She started crying again. I know you're angry, I deserve it, but I'm your daughter. Doesn't that mean anything? My throat tightened. It meant everything until you forgot. I hung up. But what came next changed me forever. That night, I couldn't sleep. I kept seeing her face. Young Zephra, 7 years old, crying at her mother's funeral, holding my hand. Dad, where did Mom go? I told her Heaven. She asked if Heaven had phones. Can we call her? My heart broke then. I held her all night, promised I'd never leave, that I'd always be there. But she left me. No, that's not fair. She didn't leave. She was manipulated. I knew Marcus was the problem. Guys like him, they isolate their partners from family, make them dependent. Then when things collapse, they run. Zephra was a victim, but she was also an adult. She made choices. Chose his family over mine. Chose convenience over loyalty. I sat with that contradiction. Both things were true. She hurt me. She was also hurting. What kind of father turns his back when his daughter suffers? But what kind of daughter forgets the man who sacrificed everything? My phone buzzed. Email from Zephra. Subject. I understand. Dad, I don't expect you to forgive me. I don't even expect you to read this, but I need to say it. You're right. I forgot who you were, what you did. Marcus told me you were controlling, that you wanted to keep me dependent. I believed him because it was easier than admitting I was scared. Scared of being like you, working nonstop just to survive. I wanted the perfect life, the perfect house, the perfect partner. And I pushed away the only perfect thing I ever had. You. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm losing the house, moving into an apartment, starting over. Maybe that's what I need. To understand what you went through, I love you. Even if you never speak to me again, I love you, Zephra. I read it 3 times. Cried through all 3. She got it. Finally. But was understanding enough? Did awareness erase the wound? I didn't know. Tom found me smoking outside work. I don't smoke. That bad? He asked. I told him everything. He listened, then said, my old man cut me off once. I was 19, being a punk. He didn't talk to me for 6 months. Hurt like hell. But I needed it. Grew up. Sometimes love looks like distance. What happened after? I asked. He smiled. I showed up at his door, apologized. He cried. We rebuilt. I nodded. But what if she doesn't show up? What if she just moves on? Tom shrugged. Then you know. Either way, you stop wondering. 2 more weeks passed. I let her lose the house. Harsh? Maybe. Necessary? Absolutely. She needed to feel what consequences taste like. I tracked her social media. She moved into a small studio, posted a photo. New chapter, no filter. She looked tired, but something in her eyes looked awake. Real. Then one Saturday morning, my doorbell rang. I opened it. Zephra stood there. No makeup. Old jeans. Her mother's jacket. The one I kept in the closet. How did you... She smiled weakly. I remembered where you hide your spare key. She was holding a grocery bag. I brought pancake mix and blueberries, your favorite. I stared at her. She stared back. I don't expect you to let me in, but I'm here, and I'll keep being here every Saturday until you believe I mean it. Her voice cracked. I'm sorry, Dad. I'm so sorry. I should have made her wait, punished her longer, but 20 years of love don't disappear because of 20 weeks of pain. I stepped aside. Kitchen's the same. She walked in slowly, like entering a church, set the bag down, started pulling out ingredients. I watched her. She measured flour like I taught her, cracked eggs one-handed, my technique. I called Marcus's dad, she said quietly. Told him what Marcus did. He laughed. Said I should have gotten a prenup. She wiped her eyes. He was right, but not how he meant. She poured batter on the griddle. I should have protected what mattered, and what mattered was you. We ate pancakes in silence, blueberries bursting sweet. She washed dishes without asking, dried them, put them away, remembered where everything went. I'm working 2 jobs now, she said. Mornings at the marketing firm, nights waitressing. It's hard, but it's honest. I nodded. Honest is good. She turned to me. Can I come back next Saturday? I thought about it, really thought. Yes, I said, but we're doing this right, slowly, rebuilding. She smiled, real smile, my daughter's smile. Deal. She left. I sat alone. The apartment felt less empty. I realized something. Revenge wasn't making her suffer. Revenge was teaching her value. What was cheap, she lost. What was priceless, she was fighting for. And that's when I realized this story wasn't about them anymore. 6 months later, we have Sunday pancakes again. Every week. No exceptions. Zephra never misses. Sometimes she brings groceries. Sometimes just herself. We talk, really talk. About her mother. About my struggles. About Marcus. She's in therapy now, working through the manipulation. Understanding her patterns. She paid me back. Not money. Something better. Time. Presence. Respect. She calls before visiting, asks about my day, listens, really listens. The daughter I raised is back. Not the one Marcus shaped, the one I poured 20 years into. Marcus showed up once, 3 months ago, knocked on her apartment door. She called me. He wants to talk. I asked what she wanted. I want him gone. I was there in 15 minutes, opened her door. Marcus stood in the hallway. Designer clothes, fake confidence. Sir, I just want to apologize. I stepped forward. He stepped back. My daughter told you to leave, so leave. I made mistakes. I cut him off. You made choices. Now live with them. He looked at Zephyra. She stood behind me, silent, strong. He left. We ordered pizza. She told me about her new promotion, her small victories, her plans. No mention of relationships. I'm focusing on me, she said, for the first time ever. I'm proud of her, not for the job, not for the apartment, for the courage to admit fault, to show up, to rebuild. Most people can't do that. Their ego won't let them. But Zephyra killed her ego, buried it in the backyard of that foreclosed house. We visited her mother's grave last week. First time together in 5 years. Zephyra brought flowers, white roses, her mother's favorite. I'm sorry I forgot, Mom, she whispered. I forgot what you and Dad taught me. Wind blew through the cemetery. Trees swayed, almost like an answer. I think she forgives you, I said. Zephyra looked at me. Do you? I thought about it, truly. I forgave you when you showed up with pancake mix. Her eyes watered. Why didn't you say anything? I smiled. Because forgiveness isn't a word, it's time. And we're making up for it now. She hugged me, long, tight, like when she was 7. I love you, Dad. I held her. I love you too, sweetheart. Betrayal didn't break us, it tested us, and we passed. Not perfectly, not easily, but honestly. Sometimes the hardest thing a parent can do is step back, let their child fall so they remember how to stand. Zephyra fell. I let her. And when she got back up, she was stronger. We both were. Marcus's parents sent a Christmas card this year. Hope you're well. Generic. Cold. I threw it away. Zephyra saw. Not worth it? She asked. I shook my head. Some people are seasonal. They show up when it's convenient. Real family shows up when it's hard. She smiled. Like pancake Sundays. Exactly like pancake Sundays. I don't regret stepping back. I regret the pain it took to get here, but pain is the price of truth. And the truth is this. Love isn't blind loyalty. It's accountability. It's showing up. It's knowing when to hold on and when to let go. I let go. She found her way back. And that's more powerful than if I'd rescued her. Betrayal broke me, but it also rebuilt me. Taught me boundaries, taught me worth. Taught me that being a good father doesn't mean being available. It means being honest, even when honesty hurts. Especially then. If you've ever been forgotten by someone you loved, I hope this story reminds you of something. You're not required to suffer in silence. You're not required to accept scraps. You're allowed to step back, to let people miss you, to let them realize what they lost. And if they never come back, that's information too. Zephyra came back. Not everyone does. And that's okay. Because the goal isn't keeping people, it's keeping your dignity, your peace, your worth. I almost lost mine trying to be everything to someone who forgot I existed. Stepping back saved me, saved us both. Some of you are in the middle of that story right now. Someone took you for granted, chose someone else, left you in the corner of their life. I see you and I'm telling you, walk away, not forever. Just far enough that they have to search for you. If they don't, you have your answer. If they do, rebuild slowly, with boundaries, with truth. Drop a comment if this story hit different. Tell me your experience. Have you ever had to step back from someone you loved? Did they come back? And if you made it this far, subscribe. I share real stories, real struggles, real endings. Not always happy, but always honest. Thank you for listening. See you next time.